Hey guys, Robert here. In today's video, I'll explain why Halo 3 ODST is an underrated masterpiece. So if you're new to the channel, give a like, share, and subscribe because it helps a lot so it can continue to grow and improve the quality of my content. So let's get into the video. Halo 3 ODST is an underrated masterpiece because it has an incredible campaign that has an incredible soundtrack to go with it, and also has one of the best game modes in any Halo game, that is Firefight. But the problem is that it is mostly overlooked by the Halo community, and this is why I'm making this video, so I can shine some more light on this incredible game so people can give it more love and attention, because it is such an incredible game that doesn't receive enough love. And these are some reasons why the game is so incredible. Halo 3 ODST is about a squad of ODSTs trying to survive the chaos of New Mombasa, and not a tale of a super soldier saving the galaxy and riding around in a super weapon that can destroy the galaxy if it fails. Actually, this game is the least shiny and flashy Halo game of the bunch. So because of this, a lot of people end up not giving the game a lot of attention. But in my opinion, this is one of the best characteristics of the game. Because it doesn't try to make the stakes the highest as possible, putting the whole galaxy or universe at risk. But actually, it focuses more on the cast of characters and focusing on making them likable characters that we want to know what will happen with them next. So you can care about what happens to them during the story. And I think that this is one of the main parts that make Halo 3 ODST such an incredible game. Also, it introduced one of the best game modes in Halo history, that is Firefight. But at the time, it was a very risky move by Bungie. But they were still able to succeed and make Halo 3 ODST an even better game. Because Halo 3 ODST was a game basically made by a accumulation of very risky choices that ended up being very good. Because, for example, the campaign itself, by the fact that it isn't as flashy as the other Halo games, it had the risk of just being overlooked. That was a little bit of what happened, but still, it is an incredible campaign. And the firefight mode was simply a very big risk because Bungie didn't know how well it would be accepted because it never had tried this before. And with Halo 3 ODST, if firefight failed, it would bring the whole game down with it. So it was a very risky move, but it paid off. And for those few who don't know what firefight is, first, you need to reevaluate your life choices because how do you consider yourself a Halo fan when you don't know what firefight is? But secondly, it is basically a mode where a team of players with a limited amount of lives that the whole team shares try to survive hordes and hordes of enemies that get stronger every round, and at the end of each round you get more lives. So it's probably one of the best game modes and one of the most fun ones to play with friends because you can play this with 4 friends. I think that in Halo 3 ODST, and it's incredibly fun to play, and it has a very high replayability value because you can basically play this for hundreds of hours and still have a lot of fun. And now let's talk about the campaign itself, because it's one of the best campaigns in Halo history, and in some areas even better than Halo 3's campaign. But before people start giving dislikes in the video, let me explain why. I think that Halo 3's ODST's campaign it surpasses Halo 3's because of the storytelling. In the way that it isn't afraid to tell a story with subtle details, and the way that they portray the Covenant invasion is simply fantastic. And the variety that it has in its levels is it's very big because in some levels you can be riding a warthog in a very big battlefield fighting the Covenant with big guns and things like that. In other levels you can be just in a stealth mission with your sniper rifle, or even in a mission where you need to invade a building to explode it. So it is simply incredible the variety that this campaign has, and also this elevated to another level. And finally, I think that's probably the best part of the whole game. That is its characters, because it uses a completely new cast of characters. So we don't have any of the older characters like Master Chief, Arbiter. We have Sergeant Johnson on the last cutscene, but most of the game we have a totally new cast. And in my opinion, they are simply incredible characters that I'm surprised that until today, except Buck, haven't gotten any new games with them. Because, for example, one of the best characters in my opinion from the game is Romeo, but he doesn't appear in any other Halo games, just in some Halo books. So I want to see them a lot because they're incredible characters. And also, another very good part of the game is its soundtrack, because it is simply amazing how when you're walking in the city of New Mombasa, the way that the smooth jazz can be very, I know, calming, but at the same time, it maintains the tense atmosphere that the game has. Because, especially when you're playing on Legendary, anything can kill you if you aren't paying attention. So, it makes the game very, very tense. And I love this because, in my opinion, this makes the game very, very immersive, making this campaign, in my opinion, better than Halo 3's campaign. And also, I need to address one of the few criticisms that the game had when it launched, that it was the price tag, because a lot of people didn't like the fact that Bungie was basically making the game a full price game with not all the features that, for example, Halo 3 had, because Halo 3 had the campaign, had the multiplayer, custom games, Forge, all those things, but Halo 3 ODST only has a firefight mode and also the campaign. So it doesn't has all the variety that Halo 3 had. But still, I think that just because of the campaign, just because of the fact that Halo 3 ODST has one of the best campaigns and one of the best firefight modes, I think that it is worth it. Because I think that Bungie was trying to take more of a quality over quantity approach compared with the other games. And also, another criticism is the fact that some people say that the campaign is boring. But I think that it is because those people don't have the patience to try to understand the subtleties in the campaign story and things like that. But I'm not here to criticize people's opinions. Some people may prefer more like stories with a lot of explosions and action and stuff, and others may prefer a story focused more on the characters itself and things like that. So it's opinion, but still, I think that the story is incredible. And in conclusion, Halo 3 ODST is one of the best Halo games in history, that I think that it is criminally underrated by the Halo community, and I think that it simply should receive more love. So I think that's it for this video. Give a like, share, and subscribe because it helps a lot so I can continue to grow and improve the quality of my content, and see you in the next video. Peace.